Our world is full of conflict. We see it every day, especially during elections. Arguments rage, divisions deepen. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us of a truth we often forget. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. We face a spiritual battle, not just a political one. Our enemy is not a political party. It's something much deeper, much darker. We wrestle against forces that seek to divide us, to turn us against each other, but there is hope. We have a God who loves us. He offers unity and peace. He calls us to rise above the fray and find common ground in Him. Let's remember this truth as we navigate the challenges of this election season. Let's look beyond the political labels and see each other as God sees us, as His beloved children. We're on the same side, fighting the same spiritual battle. Let's fight this battle together with love and compassion in our hearts. It's easy to get caught up in the political debates and controversies. We can become consumed by the latest news cycle, the latest social media post, the latest attack ad. We forget to fix our eyes on what truly matters. Colossians 3:2 says, "Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things." We are citizens of heaven first and foremost. Our allegiance is to God's kingdom, not to any political party. Let's lift our gaze from the temporal to the eternal. Let's focus on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. He is our hope, our peace, our unity. When we keep our eyes on Jesus, we see the world differently. We see past the divisions and recognize the humanity in everyone. We are able to love our neighbor even when we disagree. We can approach difficult conversations with grace and understanding. The world tells us that unity comes from finding common ground on every issue. It tells us that we must agree on everything in order to get along. But this kind of unity is an illusion. True unity comes from a far greater source. It comes from our shared identity in Christ. In John 17:21, Jesus prays that all of them may be one, Father, just as you are in me, and I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. Jesus longs for us to be united, just as He and the Father are one. This unity is not about uniformity, it's about celebrating our diversity while standing firm on the foundation of our faith. It's about recognizing that we are all part of the same body with different gifts and perspectives, but united in Christ. Let us strive for this kind of unity, a unity that transcends political differences and finds its strength in the love of God. No political party, no matter how well-intentioned, can bring true unity to our nation. Only God can do that. He alone has the power to heal the divisions that separate us. He alone can bind us together with cords of love and compassion. Psalm 133:1 says, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity." God desires unity for His people. He knows that we are stronger together than we are apart. When we seek God's heart, He begins to break down the walls of hostility that divide us. He replaces judgment with mercy, anger with forgiveness, and hatred with love. It's in His presence, in the unity of the Holy Trinity, that we find true and lasting peace. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that guards our hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Let's be instruments of God's peace in the world, building bridges of understanding and compassion wherever we go.